Off of a bye, everyone feeling good? Great. We're in your building. We are going to run it like crazy. Now, week 11, the funny thing about the Lions, here the pro tush-push teams were Eagles, obviously, Ravens, Browns, Jags, Dolphins, Patriots, Saints, Jets, Titans, and the Lions. So every team on that schedule voted for the tush-push ban except the Lions. So I think the Lions, you know what? You might get a reprieve on it. And then, of course, week 13, November 28th.
Oh. Well, that's
Ben Johnson. Oh, you don't think it's explosive play? What if we run it 4 times for 12 yards?
Yeah, well, I thought you were going to go a different way.
Go.
Which is when Sirianni's talking about, what did he call it? Options off it? Or
the compliments
to it.
Yeah.
The way to make it an explosive is if you have, 3rd and inches at midfield, and this is where we've seen them do this before. They haven't done it much when it's 4th down, but the few times they've run it on 3rd and short are some of those times is when we've seen the pitch to Saquon or the turn it into a pass. Like, that's when it would be an explosive play to stick it to Ben Johnson. No, I also think they're going to
like it.
I also think they'll run it against I thought you were going to say week 2 against Kansas City.
Well, they'll run
Like, I think Philadelphia.
That's a good way since Kansas City stopped Buffalo.
Yeah, and because if you're the Eagles have, for the time being, graduated out of the NFC East rivalries. I know those are hated longtime rivalries, but I think the Eagles look at the Chiefs as their rival. They've played in 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. Chiefs won 1, they won 1. Like, I know the Chiefs technically aren't the AFC favorites, but they are. You know what I mean? Like, those are the 2 teams. And so them being able to, reassert themselves immediately.
Yeah. 86% success rate since 2020.
By the way, we should go to that game as a show.
Sure, if it's a Fox game.
It is. Okay. Eagles, Chiefs,
check in on the Browns QB competition. Joe Flacco weighing in. Take a listen.
I don't know what the plan is, but exactly. But I trust Kevin and that he has a plan for all this, and that's really all I can do. Listen, I'd love to go out there and take 120 reps a day and get in the groove and do all those things. But like I said, the coaches have a plan, Kevin has a plan, and my job is to just trust that.
Okay, what should Cleveland's plan be?
Well, listen, if I were Joe Flacco and this is what my mini camp numbers look like, I'd be buttering up the coach too. I mean, my goodness.
So unbothered by all
I mean,
this.
I'm telling no, Dust, not we. I don't care about one. Just give me, please, the compilation of all the numbers. I mean, that's barely 50%, not nearly as many touchdowns as any of the other guys. I mean, it's just, the numbers are the numbers, KW, and so.
It's just so stupid. It is worth noting that we haven't, a real story, I know we are having fun with this. It is interesting. I saw it off of ESPN Cleveland radio station, and a radio host, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Probably King Carmen.
Maybe.
He's the best.
Had an issue of why Shedeur isn't getting reps with the squad.
I want to know why he isn't.
Because these numbers do look good. I mean, if you're out there doing reps against the backups, you're like, hey, I'm 41 for 53, 9 touchdowns and a pick. Can I get 1 or 2? I don't know.
I think he will in training camp.
Okay, hope so.
Like I said, I don't think they were going to reorder their depth chart in mini camp at any position.
Yeah.
And so
you could reorder him and Gabriel though. I get it with the other two.
But that's kind of an indictment on their decision on Gabriel, which I don't think they want to do yet. Like, Brew, do you agree with me that they're only going to keep one of the veterans?
I would think so.
Really?
Yeah. I would think they'll keep the 2 rookies and 1 vet.
I think the exact opposite.
You think they're going to cut a 3rd or a 5th round pick?
I don't think they're cutting Shedeur.
I don't think they're. I mean, if Joe Flacco gets hurt, suppose the Browns are okay. Joe Flacco won a playoff game, so I know it's not like that long ago. It was 2 years ago. He was old when he won it with the same team. He is certainly a 40-year-old quarterback's an injury risk. If he goes down week 2, you're like, all right, we're handing it over to our late round quarterback.
You hand it over to Kenny Pickett, he'll drop it with those tiny hands.
Kenny Pickett's been in the league. It's basically what the Steelers' plan was.
Hold on, but do you think they're going to – I don't think, Brew, they're going to keep 4.
Yeah,
and I think teams hate – teams don't like cutting 7th rounders. You're certainly, if they were to cut Gabriel, they would be, I guarantee it, the only team in the league this year to cut a third-round pick from this season. And a few fifth-round picks will be cut, but I don't think they're going to, like...
Well, they traded a fifth-round pick for Kenny Pickett.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying. I think whichever veteran doesn't win the starting job, they will try to flip for a seventh or something.
The plan should be start a veteran first. They could be 0-6. When you look at their schedule, they can start 0-6. Bye week, week 9, start Shedeur.
Can we stay just a little bit longer?
Don't worry, we'll be back. I can't believe they're leaving. Like, who